This one out as the Chicago Bulls take on the Washington Wizards. So that meant it was up to Zach LaVine to get some scoring done, and he does just that, burst into the rack and laying that one in down low. Later, Nikola Vucevic, he'd have to pick up the pace too. He gets the strong jam. He had 15 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Later, it's Zach LaVine driving, getting fouled, but gets the floater in the lane to fall. At this point, Chicago up by 4. Kobe White alone at the top order. Bulls not letting up. Patrick Williams open down low for the stuff. The lead at 10, 66-56. Wizards trying to battle back. Monty Morris off a feed, gets it to go in the paint, draws the foul. Then Morris drives and pulls up the free throw line. Again, draws the foul. He had 17 points on the game. The game tied at 67 after the made free throw. Kyle Kuzma all the way to the bucket for the score. Washington up by 1. They're up by 5 later when out on the break, DeLon Wright steals it and gets it to Jordan Goodwin for 3. Washington up by 8. Anthony Gill pumps from 3, drives the lane, and scores. He had a career-high 18 points. Bulls down by 5 in the fourth quarter, less than 5 to go. LaVine, some nice footwork. Tough bucket down low, and it's 95-92. Washington up by 3. They're up by 3 later with Kyle Kuzma getting a reverse layup, so that pushes the lead to 5. 1 second left on the shot clock. Bulls down 3, and look at Zach LaVine just pull up and drill the deep shot. That ties the game at 97. Now, time winding down the fourth. Kyle Kuzma pulls up and knocks down a crucial three-pointer with less than 6 seconds to go. Kyle Kuzma finished with 21 points, 4 rebounds on the game, and boy, this was a decisive shot right there. Now Zach LaVine on the other end, getting the inbound pass, decides to drive, puts up a mid-range jumper. That is no good, wouldn't have tied the game anyhow. He ended the game with 38. Taking on the Grizzlies, and they're getting that guy back. Ja Morant missed the last 2 with right thigh soreness. Here he is, and the thigh looks great as he just sort of bursts, lifts, and gets the shot plus the foul. He'd make the free throw. Trey Jones finding Jeremy Sohan, who drives in for the big poster over Jaren Jackson plus the foul. That one really strong on one of the best defensive players in the league. He'd make the free throw as well on the end one opportunity. Morant driving up and under, quick little shifty layup. And then Morant driving, and nothing little about this. He goes up and stuffs it home. But San Antonio at this point up by 3. Desmond Bane pulling up from 3, and this puts Memphis up by 6, 43-37. Dylan Brooks finds Steven Adams, who crushes that one. Then Jaren Jackson blocks Zach Collins, and on the other end, Jackson goes all the way in for the layup at the half. Memphis looking good, and this one as Jackson extends to make that layup. Grizzlies finds Jakob Poeltl inside. Poeltl misses a shot, but hangs around long enough to get the tip in. Then Keldon Johnson drives in for the layup off glass. Smooth little move there, and Memphis's lead is down to 9. Desmond Bane stepping back on the 3, and the step back's in fashion because Ja Morant does it this time. A little three-pointer here. Then Desmond Bane drives him with a nice pass over to Jaren Jackson in the corner for 3. Memphis up 117-100. Later in the fourth quarter, Ja Morant crosses and knocks down a pull-up 3. Then Ja Morant just buckle up for this one. Absolutely explosive. All over Jakob Poeltl as he throws that one down. And boy, we're going to break out the replay gear here. Here's one look at it, and there's another one coming. Memphis, after this bucket, up 130-119. Later, Keldon Johnson drives in for the layup plus the foul. He had 24 points in the game. That cuts the lead down to 5. So San Antonio right in this thing and then right out of it as Ja gets the little tip in lay, and he had 30. Boston Celtics tonight playing host to C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans, and we pick up action with C.J. McCollum pulling on a deep shot here, cutting Boston's lead from 6 down to 3. But Boston working on restoring that. There goes Jason Tatum, and the lead's back to 6 after that stuff. Then the Celtics pushing the ball, and Derek White finds Tatum for another jam. He had 31 points in the game. Jose Alvarado now in the second quarter misses, but Trey Murphy does not. Just slamming that thing home. Watch it one more time as he skies and just sort of throws it in there. Nicely done. Then Devontae Graham throws the lob up, and look at that one. Murphy goes and gets that and stuffs it home. So sort of a dunk contest for Murphy at that point. Then C.J. McCollum, nice handle, crossover, step back, and three. He had 38 points on the game. Boston still managing to lead this thing by 4 after that terrific move from C.J. McCollum. Later in the second, Jaylen Brown driving hard to the basket and lays this one in as he bursts through a couple of Trey Murphy dunk contest resumes. Murphy gets the steal. Is he going to go in easy? Absolutely not. How about a windmill jam from Murphy? Then it's McCollum picking up where he left off. Crossover, drives, banks in the runner. Still, despite all of this, Boston maintains the lead. Jaylen Brown comes down with nice footwork and hits the fadeaway. Then Brown pulls up and knocks down the jumper. This is late third quarter action. Then Al Horford with a miss, and now Jason Tatum's turn to hustle and grab and rebound and somehow with wonderful footwork get that one to go. Then Brown knocks down a jumper. Jaylen Brown, 41 points, 12 rebounds in the game, and Boston wins it. Sacramento is no longer the place. De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis before the game. Jalen Green and his squad have lost 7 straight games, but boy, Jalen Green, if he's going, can really score. Knocking down a 3 here. Then it's Green missing the layup off glass, but look at Alperen Şengün there for the rebound throwdown. Domantas Sabonis spins and hits a jumper on the other end. Then De'Aaron Fox gets a three-pointer, and Sacramento posts a 5-point lead, 29-24. Then it's Sabonis finding Keegan Murray in the corner for the 3. Nicely done there for the rookie. Then Murray knocks down another three-pointer, and Sacramento's up by a dozen. Responding for the Rockets, it's Jalen Green, of course. He had 26 points in the game. Sacramento's lead down to 3. Sabonis, though, drives and hits a bucket plus the foul. How about these numbers? 25 points, 14 rebounds, 5 at that point later in the third. Şengün to Kenyon Martin Jr. for the 3. Then off a steal, Jayshawn Tate passes to the rookie Jabari Smith. And look at Jabari just stuffed that thing home all over Keegan Murray. Tough play there, rookie on rookie. Tari Eason, corner 3. That looks good as well. Houston's up 94-93. De'Aaron Fox drives down the baseline and hits a tough layup in the fourth quarter. Then Fox hits a three-pointer, and Sacramento starting to put it together. Fox had 24 points in the game. Kings up by 4. Şengün, though, manages to strike back. He hits a little hook shot here, and it's his first career triple-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. That'll get it done. De'Aaron Fox, Trey Lyles for 3. Then Trey Lyles hits another 3, and Trey Lyles was like a machine at the end because he hit one more 3. He had 20 points in the game, 9 in quick succession, and Sacramento just blew out the Rockets at the end. Your final score of injury problems as they get set to take on the number 1 team in the Western Conference. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets were in the first, and it's Aaron Gordon. How about that? Behind the back to Nikola Jokic for the layup, and Denver up 13-8. Then Jokic, no-look pass to Gordon, who crosses the lane and banks in the layup, and Denver already up by 10. Then Gordon getting it to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He knocks down a 3, Denver up by 11. Later in the second, Bruce Brown misses the 3. Vlatko Cancar gets the rebound, sends it out to Bones Highland, who hits the 3. And then Nikola Jokic to Highland, and he's hot now. He's just pulling for 3, and the lead's up to 22. Jokic to Jamal Murray for the fading baseline jumper. Then Murray sends it to Jokic inside for the layup. The lead at 19 at this point, 70-51. It was missing a three-pointer here. KCP sends it long range to Jokic. He's at the other end, and he gets the easy little stuff there. Denver by 18. Jokic to Murray for the layup. Denver's lead swells up to 24. Murray across court to Michael Porter Jr. Boy, does he rise up on that three-point shot. 83-58 at that point. Then Porter Jr. misses the 3, but eventually. Nikola Jokic able to tip this thing in as he just hustles and gets wonderful position down there. John Char gives it back to Jokic now for a reverse layup. Nikola Jokic, 21 points, 18 rebounds, 9 assists. Denver up 98-69. Not all good news, though. Jamal Murray injures his left leg during this play. You see him limping there. Looks like he rolls his left ankle, but you're going to want to stick with NBA.com for any updates on his condition. Bones Highland now driving, making the layup off the window. He had 21 points on 7 of 12. That means D'Angelo Russell going to head-to-head against Jaden Ivey. What a star he's becoming in the first quarter. Anthony Edwards, speaking of stars, hits the bucket in the paint and one, makes the free throw. He'd finished the game with 20 points. Minnesota up 5-0 early on. Later, Saddiq Bey drives to the rim for the layup and the foul. He'd make the free throw. Then it's Ivy pulling up for the three-pointer here. And, well, it's a tight game, but Minnesota's still in control. Later, D'Angelo Russell drives to the rim for the teardrop. Then Rudy Gobert, post-up jam. He had 16 points, 14 rebounds on the game. Then it's Russell for 3, and Minnesota opening up a bit of a lead, but still relatively close. It's a 10-point game. Later in the second, it's Ivy stealing the ball and getting it to Bey. And Saddiq Bey just cools on down and knocks down a three-pointer. Smooth little stroke there. Then Ivy going to Bojan Bogdanovic. And speaking of smooth strokes, boy, he's got one. From the corner, knocks it down, and it's 62-60 at that point. Killian Hayes drives to the rim for the layup. And at the half, Detroit took the leads to the rim, and this is not going to be a lay-in. He's going up and stuffing, just beating Rudy Gobert to the rim, watching and not really dunking on him, but dunking past him. Hayes had 18 points and 9 assists on the game. Bogdanovic to Ivy for the jumper as he just bounces right up and knocks down the shot. Then it's Alec Burks making a no-look pass over to Bogdanovic, and again, knocking down the three-pointer. He had 27 points on the game. In the fourth quarter, Killian Hayes to Saddiq Bey for the jam. Bey, 31 points in the game. At this point, it was 134-118. Detroit goes on to win. On DeJounte Murray and the Hawks, Giannis and company getting a shot at Atlanta without Trae Young. He's not playing. He's got a non-COVID-related illness. Early on, it's Giannis driving and finding Drew Holiday for the deep three-pointer. And then Joe Ingles knocks down a three-pointer. And then it's Brook Lopez knocking down a three-pointer. The Bucks started off the game 9 of 14 from 3 in the opening quarter. And how about that? A 22-point lead. Now, Pat Connaughton misses a three-pointer. Onyeka Okongwu rebounds and passes ahead to Murray, and that's as easy as it's going to get for DeJounte Murray. He stuffs it home, but he had just 9 points on the game. Drew Holiday steals it from Murray. Bucks go the other way, and it's Holiday to Grayson Allen for the alley-oop jam. And Bobby Portis bullies Murray down low and lays that one in. And Marjon Beauchamp misses a 3, but how about this? Brook Lopez there for the eventual 1 points. Third quarter, Joe Ingles to Giannis for the alley-oop jam, and Antetokounmpo throws that one home. Drew Holiday, baseline jumper. This one sort of over the backboard there. Watch it again. Holiday finished with 27 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals, including 1 trick shot as well. Milwaukee up a dozen. Here come the Hawks, though. Aaron Holiday to Jalen Johnson for the dunk, plus the foul. He'd make the free throw. Then Holiday to Frank Kaminsky for the three-pointer. Then the Hawks force a turnover, and John Collins getting the fast break layup the other way. He had 15 points and 7 rebounds. We're still not done with Atlanta. Bogdan Bogdanovic, baseline jumper goes down, and Atlanta at that point up by 2. So they came all the way back. Bogdanovic had 22. Drew Holiday drives his hands off to Giannis. Giannis finds Brook Lopez in the corner for 3. Lopez, 20 points and 12 rebounds on the game. Then Drew Holiday misses a 3. Giannis gets the rebound, passes to Javon Carter for the three-pointer. How about these numbers for Giannis? Just 7 points, but 18 rebounds. Career high 44 points for the Knicks as his squad gets set to take on the Indiana Pacers. And guess what? Brunson still got the hot hand. knocking down a jump shot there. He had 15 points in the first quarter. Here he is with the up and under inside plus the foul. Wonderful little move there. Then nailing the sidestep triple. New York up at this point by 10, 25-15. Later in the first quarter, it's R.J. Barrett scoring with the nifty scoop layup. Then Barrett uses a ball screen and able to knock down the three. And New York looking great. They're up by 16 points, 45-29. Knicks turning defense into offense. Obi Toppin with the steal on the break. He finds Barrett for the layup. Barrett had 27 points and 8 rebounds on the game. Quentin Grimes tips and steals the pass on the break. Jalen Brunson drops in the floater. And New York up by 20. Late second, Barrett pick and pop to Julius Randle for 3. And at the half now, Quentin Grimes has a shot blocked by Isaiah Jackson. Tyrese Halliburton goes the other way on the break and ends with the layup. Then it's Tyrese Halliburton getting a shot blocked by Isaiah Hartenstein. And Halliburton on the play goes down. It appears Hartenstein stepped on his foot. You can see him sort of slowly walking off the court at that point. He would leave and not return. You're going to want to stick and stay with NBA.com for any updates on his condition. TJ McConnell drives and finds a cutting Benedict Mathurin for the tough layup. He had 20 points and 6 rebounds on the game. The lead down to 7. Buddy Hield uses a screen and knocks down a triple. It's 105-103 at that point. Later in the fourth, Julius Randle denies Mathurin under the rim. On the other end, R.J. Barrett finds Brunson for the 3. And boy, he followed up his career high with another great game. 34 points on 11 of 20 shooting. Knicks by 7 with just over 2 minutes to go. Buddy Hield, though, 3 plus the foul. He made the free throw, so it's a one-possession game after the free throw. He had 31 points on the game. Quentin Grimes, back for New York, knocks down a 3. And boy, the Knicks get an impressive win.